This week on Where's My Liquor, Penn State has another homecoming weekend, a weekend that has tormented them the past few years with tremendous L's in Happy Valley as they play the 2-5 Illinois Fighting Illini. Penn State's looking to bounce back, and Sean Clifford is getting to start. He definitely is not at 100%, so don't expect a huge blowout game, but Penn State should be able to handle the Illini fairly easily and take care of business, right? As it is picked off. It's picked off by number 23 for the Nittany Lions. That's going to be a first down for Penn State. Nice way to get the game started for the Nittany Lions. And the way it looks is he did come down with the football. So that's going to result in the first down for Penn State, and they can do nothing in the run game. That's a big problem. They can't do anything. And they might be relying on more of it today since Clifford's not 100%. So starting Robertson, would it be a better option than Clifford at the end of the day? I have absolutely no idea, but this game just, oh my god. I mean, I can't even narrate it barely. I mean, okay. So Illinois gets the sack, and right here we have 13 in motion. Clifford snaps the ball, and at this point, he just throws it to John Dotson, who was targeted, and he fumbles the football, but it's picked up by Parker Washington. Nice heads-up play by Washington, first down for Penn State. And he just chucks it deep, and Jahan Dotson mosses him. Jahan Dotson proving why he's one of the best wide receivers in the country. He is unstoppable. Just look at that play. That is absolutely spectacular. What a great play by Jahan Dotson. They should probably target him more throughout this game. You'd expect them to do so, right? As this one is caught wide open for the touchdown to end the first quarter, basically. Penn State goes up 7-0. As we head into the second quarter. So, overall, decent performance by Penn State. Ball's out, it's a fumble, and it's going to be picked up. And who was it recovered by? It looked like Penn State had it originally, but who has the football? You see a replay of the fumble. Hits him hard, and the ball just flies on the ground. Nice blitz. Very, very nice defensive play for the Nittany Lions right there. Nice play design. Love everything about it. And Penn State recovers the football. So they have Washington in motion. They're going to chuck it. And this one's caught by Strange. Strange is going to get out of bounds, and that's going to be a first down for the Nittany Lions. They're wearing their throwback uniforms. And this is something that they haven't done since the 2017 game at home against Indiana. That's the last time they have won a homecoming game. And they're hoping to do it again today because considering that they are playing Ohio State next week, they cannot overlook their opponent right now. And oh my gosh, what a huge run by the Illini. But they can't overlook their opponent, but every game counts, every game matters. They cannot afford to lose another game this year. That's the unfortunate reality. And this one is going to be a first down for the Illini. And they're going to hand it off, and he's running all over him. That's going to be another first down for Illinois. This is a statement you're going to hear me say a lot today. First down by the Illini. They're just running the football down our throats. You'd think the defensive game plan would have a little bit more of a run expectancy when it comes to the plays that they're calling, but nope, as he is into the end zone, and that one's going to be a touchdown for the Fighting Illini. And they cut the deficit down to 3 points. Penn State still has the lead 10-7 at home. Just trying to really make a statement before the half, and he gets clobbered. And just Penn State, they look very uninspired right now. First quarter looked all right, and they just look so uninspired. I mean, the defense is doing okay. That's a fumble. It's picked up, and that's going to be down in can't talk. It's going to be down past the 25-yard line, and great field position for the Nittany Lions, as that is another fumble where the quarterback just gets clobbered and loses the football. Common theme you saw in today's game. That was a great part of this defensive performance, but rushing game, they had absolutely no answer for it. And maybe it'll end up being their downfall. We don't know. But right now, Penn State should find a way to win this game and, just evade the loss, right? We'll have to see later. As that's going to go absolutely nowhere, resulting in a long third down, 4th and 10. Penn State's going to go for the field goal here, as they should. And that one is no good. Penn State can't make the field goal, and this is going to be a huge rush for the Illini. That's going to be about almost 30 yards in a first down for Illinois. They are running it down our throats right now. And wow, they actually called a pass play. And notice how the pass play didn't work, but there is PI. There is pass interference. He is showing up the Penn State defensive back, and that's going to result in a first down for the Illini. As you see the replay right here, ball snapped, and the quarterback drops back, and he just throws a nice pass, and this one is going to be incomplete, but as you can see, the defender interfered with the pass, the receiver's ability to catch the ball, and therefore pass interference was called in the play. And this is incomplete, and they're going to kick a field goal, and it is no good. So Penn State misses a kick, Illinois misses a kick. It seems like they're almost matching their scores, right? Well, maybe. It's definitely not coincidental or anything. You're definitely not going to see it later in this game. Approximately eight more times. As right here, the Illini, what do you know? They're running the football, and they're going to get a first down. So there's less than 2 minutes left in this game. Illinois at this point has almost 200 yards rushing, and they're just literally killing us. I mean, what a great day for their running back. And he looks pretty solid, honestly. He looks like a great running back with great size, great speed, some, pretty good elusiveness for his size, but this is definitely a problem with the Penn State defense more than anything. And Illini going deep, and that is going to be incomplete. 4th down and 15. The Illini are just trying to kick a field goal here. And it is up, and it is good. So it is a 10-10 ball game. And he is clobbered. He's going nowhere. The defensive back blitzes Clifford, and he gets the sack. Illinois is going to get the football. 3rd down and 8 for them, and he gets sacked as well. The Penn State defense, they do pretty well against the passing game, but the running game today, that's why this is a close game right now. Doesn't help with our offensive production so far either. I get Clifford's injured, but he should not be this bad. And if he should, then honestly, I don't know if starting him over Roberson was the way to go. I mean, there's really no way of telling. I don't think you would have had much of a different result. We are heading to overtime here in Happy Valley, something that we did not think we would hear today. But as long as Penn State escapes with the win, they live to survive another day, then they can try to make some noise next week against Ohio State. And before this game, I really thought there was a chance that that could happen. So overtime rules, the first two overtimes, you are 25-yard drives, and then you do a 2-point conversion contest. And Clifford's going absolutely nowhere on 3rd and 5, and Penn State's going to have to settle for the field goal. Now, let's see. This kick is up, and it is good. So Penn State makes the kick, and it's a 13-10 game, but they cannot allow a touchdown. And he's going to throw it, and it is it was almost intercepted. That is gut-wrenching for the Nittany Lions. And that's going to result in a field goal, and this game is tied. What a close play. That game was almost over on that play. So close, so gut-wrenching. Can't imagine being in the stands seeing that play. So, second overtime, 3rd and goal for the Illini. And he lines up, and he is not going to be able to make the completion. It's going to set up a 4th and goal, and they are likely going to kick the field goal and be wise, and that is exactly what they're doing. Kick is up, and it is good, which is to absolutely nobody's surprise. Penn State, though, they have to at least match it, but a touchdown wins the game for the Nittany Lions in the second overtime. Can they get the job done? 3rd down and 2. Clifford looks at Dotson, someone he hasn't targeted so far in overtime. And Clifford hikes the football. He gets it to Noah Kane. And what do you know? He gets clobbered. Our running game is absolutely non-existent. It's very frustrating. Can he make the kick for 3rd overtime? And Penn State lives to see another day. That kick is through, 16-16. James Franklin clapping because that's all he knows how to do. That's productive for a team. And it's going to be a fake play, kind of like the Philly special. And was it an underthrow? Yes, but Clifford still had a very great chance of catching it. He drops it. And, wow, that really could have been it right there. Oh, he's wide open. Oh my God, he dropped it. Oh my God, he dropped it. Oh my God, he dropped it. Penn State was unlucky last play, and now Illinois is unlucky in this drive. Oh my goodness, he dropped it. This is still a football game, ladies and gentlemen. We're going into another overtime. 4th overtime here. Illini start with the ball, and the Penn State is trying to make it so they have to go into the student section. And no, the ball hit the ground. The ball hits the ground. Oh my goodness, I've had 5 separate heart attacks this game, and the ibuprofen definitely is not helping. And the quarterback for the Illini is injured. Hope he's okay. But the unfortunate reality for Illini is this may end up affecting the game, as they're going to have to put in their senior option, a man who they benched at the beginning of this year, Peters, to try to give them this win on the road in Happy Valley against Penn State. Because why the heck not? If they win this game, they're 3-5. They probably won't even make a bowl unless if they have a great second half of their season. But you know what? Why not? Just for the heck of it, go in there and beat the Nittany Lions, just because you can. So, fourth overtime. Clifford, he throws it, and it is off the fingertips of Strange. Clifford hands it off to Kane, and Kane is able to go nowhere. Kane is stuffed, and the Illini, they have the ball here in fifth overtime. They're in the student section, something that Penn State did intentionally. They want the student section to be loud and proud behind them. They need that extra help right now. And Plummer fires, it's incomplete. Penn State is living to see another day. We go to another overtime, sixth overtime. Plummer, he throws it, and he is out of bounds. He cannot make the throw. He just throws it away. For the win for Penn State, Clifford, shovel pass. Oh, he didn't get there. He was so close. It looked like he was going to power through. But the defense stands. They're heading back to the other end of the field. And the longest game in FBF history, even though the overtime rules was different, they didn't have two-point conversion contests, was 7 overtimes. Here is the 7th, and is he in? Noah Kane, he's not in. The Illini stop him again. So the Illini have a chance to win this game on the next play. Only about the 15th time I've said that past 5 minutes. So he's not in the end zone. Penn State did not score, and the Illini, a score wins the game, and he's clobbered. For once, the run game doesn't do anything, something that the Illini have completely abandoned other than this play in the overtime period. And finally, they get in. They have been through 8 overtimes, and they have scored only 8 points the entire overtime. But Penn State, of course they have to. They have to match it, and they do. Of course they match the Illini scoring. So throughout 8 overtimes, both teams have a combined 16 total points. That's 2 points per overtime. All right? This is the longest game in FBF history in terms of how many overtimes have been played, but not by hours, because obviously the overtime rules are different. So Penn State, if they make this, then worst case scenario, they go to a 10th overtime if the Illini can match it. Clifford drops back. He throws, and it is batted down. So the Illini can finally put this game away on the next play. Can they do it? Can they basically end Penn State's season? Definitely their Big Ten championship hopes and their college football playoff aspirations. Peters takes the snap. He scrambles. He finds him open, and he's able to hold on to it. The Fighting Illini have came into Happy Valley on homecoming weekend, and just like the Michigan State Spartans of the past few years, have found a way to beat the Penn State Nittany Lions on homecoming weekend. And the Penn State, they lose. They were 5-0. They went off of a bye week, and now they're 5-2. Illinois is 3-5, their biggest program win since beating number 6 Wisconsin in 2019 by far. And the Penn State Nittany Lions fall at home to the Illinois Fighting Illini with under a new coach this year. And James Franklin, he is 3-4 as the Penn State head coach coming off of a bye week. He is 21-10 when his team is ranked in the AP top 10. And don't get me wrong, the fact that your team is a top 10 team in the nation is great. And a 66% win percentage, or 68, 69, whatever that number may be, a little over 66, that's very good. But when you look at it from the perspective that James Franklin has that win percentage when his teams are good, and when they get into the bigger part of the Big Ten schedule towards the end of the year when they are ranked in the top 10 and then lose, or they lose to the Fighting Illini, yeah, that shows me that he can't win the big game. James Franklin cannot win the big game. Penn State has elite football players. They have an elite school. They have an elite staff. But what they don't have is elite coaching. And that was proven in the Iowa game. It was proven again today. underachieving, and Penn State, this season is effectively over. It's like a cycle. Every year, they're always ranked in the top 4, except for last year. But they're ranked in the top 4. There's a chance they can make the playoff. But what do? They go through this cycle of they lose a big game in heartbreaking fashion. They come back the next week, and they barely win, or like today, they lose. This is very gut-wrenching. Penn State's season it's not over technically, but I mean, with the schedule they have coming up, there's a good chance they might not even make a New Year's Six Bowl. If they play the way they played today, they're not going to win the game the rest of the year. Yikes. God. I mean, this is just pathetic.
Everything hurts.